My dear girls, every Valentine's Day, people talk about love, gifts, and dates. But today, I want to share a different kind of story, my own story. When I was your age, many people admired me for my beauty. Some boys wanted to date me, but my parents always warned me to be careful and to focus on my future. One Valentine's Day, I was invited to a special get-together. My friends were excited and kept telling me to go. Honestly, I was tempted. I didn't want to feel left out. But my parents said something I will never forget. Lola, not everywhere you are invited is safe. Sometimes protection looks like restriction. I didn't fully understand them then, but I chose to obey. That evening, while others were out, I stayed home reading my books and helping my mum. Years passed. I worked hard in school, gained admission to study medicine, and by God's grace, I became a doctor. Then one day, I met an old schoolmate. During our conversation, she told me something that shocked me deeply. That Valentine's party I missed was not safe. Some boys had planned something terrible against me because I refused to date them. My heart trembled when I heard it. I realized that my obedience saved my life and my future. That moment gave me a mission. I decided to start this foundation so I could talk to girls like you, beautiful, bright, and full of dreams, so you don't fall into traps disguised as fun. My daughters, listen to me. Your life is too precious. Your dreams are too important. One wise decision can protect your destiny. Today I am a doctor not just because I studied, but because I was protected from distractions and danger. So this Valentine's Day, remember, real love will never put you at risk. Wisdom is more beautiful than popularity. And sometimes the date you skip is the danger you escape. I love you all, and I want to see each of you succeed. Valentine advice from Dr. Lola. Don't go where your spirit feels uneasy. Listen to wise parental guidance. Focus on your future first. Value yourself beyond attention or gifts. True love respects your safety. Adiremi started to become sad. Left the table she was dusting when Lola finished speaking with the foundation girls. She went to the other side of the hall and was sobbing. Dear Lola noticed her and decided to speak with her after her session with foundation girls. She went to look for her after rounding off. The cleaner Adiremi was crying because she remembered that a similar thing happened to her years back when she was in secondary school. She disobeyed her parents and was taped, got pregnant. They couldn't locate who impregnated her. Dropped out of school. The shame killed her parents because they couldn't handle the shame in the town and neighborhood. When her parents died, she dropped out of school and ended up being a cleaner, despite all the good plans that her parents had for her. She narrated her story saying, I at 19 was cheerful and curious about love. As Valentine's Day approached, a young man named Segan began messaging me with sweet words and promised me a special outing on Valentine's Day. My parents warned me intently. We don't know him well. Please be careful. Valentine's Day excitement can make people forget wisdom. But Adiremi thought they were overprotective. She wanted to feel grown-up and independent. So she agreed to meet Segan without telling them the full details. Segan took her to a small gathering with some of his friends. Music played, and drinks were shared. Adiremi normally avoided such places, but she didn't want to seem shy. Segan handed her a drink and encouraged her to relax. After some time, she began to feel dizzy and confused. Her body felt weak, and her head became heavy. She tried to ask for help, but everything around her faded. When she fully regained awareness, she was alone and frightened. She managed to get home, shaken and ashamed. She couldn't explain clearly what happened because her memory was unclear. Weeks later, Saad discovered she was pregnant. She contacted Segan, but he denied responsibility. His friends claimed they knew nothing. Since her drink had been tampered with, Saad could not even remember the events clearly. No one owned up to what happened. Her parents were deeply saddened, and she lost her parents one after the other because they couldn't handle the shame. Adiremi said, "Freedom is good, but wisdom protects. Not everyone who shows love truly cares." Lola really pitied her. Lessons from the story. Listen to trusted guidance from parents or guardians. Be cautious about where you go and who you go with. Never accept drinks you didn't open or watch being prepared. Anything you want to do, carry your parents and guardians along. They know more than you, so that you will not go the wrong way and become a victim. Family support and counseling help healing.
Adiremi sat quietly in Dr. Lola's office, her fingers twisting the edge of her dress. Her eyes were heavy with worry. She had just shared a painful story about how she ignored warnings, trusted the wrong people, and now felt ashamed and afraid about her future. Dr. Lola did not interrupt. She listened with patience and kindness. When Adiremi finished speaking, tears rolled down her cheeks. "Must have I ruined my life?" she asked in a trembling voice. Dr. Lola moved her chair closer and handed her a tissue. "My dear Adiremi," she said softly, "a mistake is an event, not a life sentence." Adiremi looked up slowly. "I want you to hear this clearly," Dr. Lola continued. "Your worth has not reduced. Your future has not disappeared. And your dreams are still valid. But people will talk," Adiremi whispered. "People talked about many great women before they rose," Dr. Lola replied gently. "What matters is not the noise around you, but the decision you make from today." She paused, then shared something personal. "When I was younger, I also faced moments where one wrong decision could have changed my life. But I learned that wisdom can grow even from painful experiences. That is why I created this foundation, to help girls like you stand again." Adiremi sniffed, listening closely. Dr. Lola continued. "First, you must forgive yourself. Healing begins there. Shame keeps people stuck, but forgiveness helps you move forward. Second, surround yourself with the right voices. People who want to see you succeed, not those who remind you of your past. Third, focus on building your future. Education, skills, and purpose can rebuild confidence." Adiremi's face softened a little. "Ma, do you really think I can still succeed?" Dr. Lola smiled warmly. "I don't think so, I know so. I have seen girls rise from deeper pains and become leaders, nurses, teachers, and business owners. Your story can become a testimony." She added one more thing. "Your life is a book. This is just one chapter, not the whole story." For the first time since she arrived, Adiremi smiled faintly. Dr. Lola stood and held her hands. "Promise me something," she said. "What, Ma?" "Promise me you will not give up on yourself." Adiremi nodded. "I promise." Dr. Lola hugged her gently. "Good. Because one day you will sit where I am encouraging another girl, and you will say, 'If I survived, you can too.'" As Adiremi left the office that day, her steps were lighter. The problem had not magically disappeared, but hope had been planted in her heart. And sometimes hope is the beginning of a new life.